Okay, we were talking about if you're a clockmaker or you're in the jewelry business and you are not a watchmaker, you don't necessarily have to be in order to replace watch batteries, but you have to be somewhat experienced with it, and that's what this video is about. So we thought we'd do a few customer crystals, and as you can see, there were a few bloopers. One, I broke a crystal, which was about a $30 crystal. And that does happen. And yes, you can get replacements. And yes, you can replace them and put them in yourself. You just have to know how. And I'm going to try and explain all that as we do these videos. On this customer, he's got a cracked crystal on the back of his back case. So one of the things which I never mentioned, but might be a good idea, if you're going to take a friend's watch in while you're doing your clockwork and stuff to replace the battery, make sure you look the watch over completely. If you see some damage, you might want to point that out to the customer or your friend. So I didn't on this one, and I didn't realize this was broke right in here. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the battery in this. Also on the front of this, I noticed that the sweep second hand going around is bent. So that means somebody was in this watch way before me and probably got in there and bent that sweep second and broke this trying to put a battery in it. Then of course they bring it to you or to me and want me to put a new battery in it. So, anyway, these are just pop-off backs, and you can use a little case knife like this one here. And you just come in here and see how easy that come off. So, and then we can replace this here battery and put a new one in it. Now, we'll just get rid of that. I already have the new battery. So the next thing that I have to do in this one is I'm going to have to take the stem out so I can get the movement out and fix the sweep second. Now all of these little watches like these have a different approach to how you take the stem out. But usually there's a little arrow on the back of the movement, or there's a pinhole there. You just have to look to see. This one has a little dent right here, and you just push on that. That removes the stem. Hopefully we can get this out without having any problems. Now this has a plastic movement. We're just going to leave that on there for the time being. Alright, now let's see if we can get a close-up of this and you can see what's going on. Let's see. Let's go this way. See if that did it. Well, I think you can probably see that. The sweep second hand is right here and it's bent, so I'm going to attempt to straighten that out. To do that I need a pair of tweezers. And let's see if we can get this there we go. Now all you're going to do is take the tweezers and straighten it back. Pulled the sweep second off of this. Probably going to get into a bag of worms. But you know what? That's all part of the game, I guess. I'm going to just take this sweep second. Let's go ahead and come back out a little bit. And we're going to see if we can straighten it out. What I'm actually doing is using my finger and the pair of tweezers and trying to straighten that out. But there's something not quite right, and I don't like the way this looks. I think we're going to leave that alone. I think partially that's supposed to be bent like that. It's offset. So let's leave it alone. Alright, I want to make sure I didn't put any fingerprints on it. The last thing I hate is when you put your grubby fingerprints on a watch. Alright, got that back in there. Fingernail only, touching the movement. Okay, it's back in. So, I think we're in good shape here. Alright, then we'll go ahead and put the new battery in it. Now, most of these take a 377 battery. And I see fingerprints on there, and I may have done that. Okay, now next thing to do is to see whether it's running. And we are running. I don't know. I'm double check to make sure I didn't touch anything. Don't think I did. Alright, I hope this is a good example of everything you shouldn't do and where and so forth. Now on these, there's a little notch on the back side, and that's where you want to go for the, tells you where you want to put it for the stem. So it's right there. The last thing you want to do is push on this, because it's already broken and there's already a problem there. So I bet that's a, we're not going to go for two breaks today. So yes, the front is concaved. So we're going to shut down here, and I'll go see if I can figure out the right pieces to put in here to make this work. Okay, be right back. You buy your crystal press, and this is a really nice one, and I recommend this. I'm not sure where you can find one anymore. Probably Jules Burrell, but they come with inserts. These are the little inserts, and they have 2 or 3 different assortments you can buy. I bought the one insert set that came with it, and then I just made the rest of them that I need as I go over the years, and that's how I do it. But I have a lathe, you know, a machinist lathe, 2 of them, that I can cut parts and pieces out, and comes in kind of handy. Anyway, this has got a dome crystal on the top and a flat crystal on the bottom, and they're both glass, so we're going to have to be extraordinarily careful. Because on a dome, if you touch the edge of the dome or anything else of the crystal, you won't have a crystal. And they are kind of expensive to replace when they're domes. So we'll go ahead and, now this one lined up just perfect. And we'll just press it on there. And we're on. You want to make sure that it's snapped down all the way. And it is. So we got this one fixed. Not a bad little watch. It's a musical deal on here is what it is. So we'll clean him up a little bit with my belly. And I don't see any. Boy, it's been beat up, I'll tell you that. So, okay, there's one we done. So.